What if Gon Freecss, instead of making that terrifying vow, awakened the powers of Gear 5? Imagine the peak of human potential, the ultimate enhancer, suddenly infused with the most ridiculous power in the anime universe. Forget about the Gon-san transformation we know. We're talking about something far more chaotic, something that would shatter the very foundations of the HunterXHunter world. This isn't just about a power-up. It's about merging two fundamentally different power systems and seeing what wild creation emerges. Could the Chimera Ant King handle a dose of cartoon physics? Or would this godlike power be too much for even Gon's indomitable spirit to handle? Let's dive into this wild what-if scenario and explore the hilarious, terrifying possibilities of Gon Freecss with the powers of the Sun God Nika. To truly grasp the magnitude of this fusion, we first need to appreciate Gon's own incredible potential. As a 1 in 10 million talent, Gon is an enhancer of the highest order. His base abilities are already monstrous. We've seen him push a multi-ton gate shatter stone with his bare hands and develop his signature move, Jajanken. This technique is a masterpiece of Nen application, concentrating his entire aura into one of three forms: rock, a devastatingly powerful close-range punch; scissors, a sharp cutting blade of aura; and paper, a long-range projectile. His focus, determination, and raw output are top tier. Even before his adult transformation, his potential was so immense that seasoned hunters like Meruem were left in awe. The core of Gon's strength lies in his sheer, unadulterated aura output and his unwavering resolve. He's a straightforward fighter who overwhelms opponents with pure, concentrated power. This solid foundation of raw energy and combat instinct is the canvas upon which we're about to paint the absurdity of Gear 5. Now let's introduce the chaos factor. Gear 5. This isn't just a power-up. It's a complete redefinition of what's possible. Luffy's awakened Devil Fruit, the human fruit model, Nika, grants him a body with the properties of rubber, but its true power is Toon Force. He can warp reality to fit a cartoonish logic, making the ground bouncy, stretching his body to absurd proportions, and even imbuing his surroundings with rubbery properties. It's the power to bring imagination into reality, limited only by the user's creativity. When we apply this to Gon's Nen, things get wild. Imagine his Jajanken. Rock is no longer just a powerful punch. With Gear 5, Gon could inflate his fist to the size of a boulder, a literal mountain of aura, before bringing it down on his opponent. The impact wouldn't just crush. It would flatten his enemy like a pancake, complete with tweeting birds circling their head. His scissors could extend and bend around corners, a giant pair of cartoon shears chasing his target relentlessly. And paper? He could launch a volley of aura blasts that transform into anvils, bombs, or whatever comical weapon he can think of. His enhancer abilities would amplify the physical absurdity of Gear 5, while Gear 5 would give his straightforward Nen abilities a ridiculous, unpredictable edge. His aura would literally become a tool for cartoon gags, turning deadly battles into Looney Tunes episodes. Let's put this theory into practice. Picture the scene. Gon stands before Meruem, the Chimera Ant King, the pinnacle of evolution. In the original timeline, Gon had to sacrifice everything for a temporary power boost. But here, the drums of liberation start beating in his chest. His hair turns a fiery white, his eyes glow, and a steam-like cloud of aura forms around his neck. He's not consumed by rage. He's filled with a manic, joyful energy. Meruem, the cold, calculating king, is utterly baffled. He lunges forward with incomprehensible speed, but Gon just stretches his neck out of the way, his head bowing on a long, rubbery stalk. "Whoa, close one," he'd laugh. The king attacks again, and this time Gon catches his fist. Instead of a clash of power, Meruem's fist sinks into Gon's rubbery stomach, which then wraps around the king's arm, trapping him. Gon then inflates his other arm, a Gomu Gomu no Jigen Jajanken, and slams a house-sized fist into Meruem. The king is sent flying, not as a broken mass, but as a flattened disc skipping across the wasteland before peeling himself off a cliff face, his eyes wide in disbelief. Every one of Meruem's terrifyingly logical and powerful attacks would be met with nonsensical, reality-bending counters. He'd try to impale Gon, only for his tail to turn into a pool noodle. He'd unleash a powerful energy blast, and Gon would simply grab it, tie it into a knot, and hand it back. The ultimate lifeform, a being of pure logic and power, would be systematically dismantled not by superior force, but by superior absurdity. The psychological toll on Meruem would be even greater than the physical damage. His entire worldview, built on the premise of evolutionary supremacy, would crumble in the face of a laughing boy who defies all known laws of physics. So what's the final verdict? Is Gear 5 Gon the most overpowered character imaginable? Absolutely. He'd be an unstoppable force of nature, a walking, talking paradox that would make even the Dark Continent seem tame. No character in the HunterXHunter universe, not Meruem, not the Zodiacs, not even a fully realized adult Gon, could contend with the reality-warping might of Toon Force. But there's a crucial, tragic catch. Luffy's power works because he is Luffy. His simple-minded, carefree, and liberating spirit is a perfect match for the freedom that Gear 5 represents. He's been using his rubbery powers his whole life, so the transition is natural. Gon, on the other hand, is an intense, emotionally volatile, and deeply serious individual, especially in a fight. His strength comes from his focus and rage. The sheer mental dissonance of wielding a power that is inherently joyful and silly while being driven by his intense emotions would create a catastrophic internal conflict. The power of Nika is the power of liberation and laughter, but Gon's heart in that moment is filled with vengeance and sorrow. Imagine his rage fueling the cartoonish power. The results wouldn't be funny. They'd be horrifying, a giant, grinning fist powered by pure hatred. The ability to turn the world into a cartoon, but with a mind seeking only destruction. The power wouldn't just break his enemies. It would break him. The strain of forcing this joyful power to serve his dark purpose would likely shatter his mind and spirit far more completely than his Nen vow ever did. In the end, Gon with Gear 5 would be a god of immense power, but also a tragic figure, a boy whose own heart was incompatible with the very freedom he was given. He'd win the battle, but lose himself in the process, a puppet to a power he could never truly understand or control. Thank you so much for joining me on this wild thought experiment. It's always fun to mash up our favorite universes and see what happens. What do you think? Would Gon's spirit be able to handle Gear 5, or would it break him? Let me know your theories down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of anime. Until next time, stay curious.